Hello everyone, my name is Exalted One and welcome back to the fucking Nexus. In today's video we are playing as the beautiful bastard himself, Kael'thas. Very historically a very strong character throughout the game. He did get some recent changes to more buff his convection or his flamestrike build, and so we are going to be adventuring with that in today's video. Let's jump right into the Nexus, see what we can accomplish today. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we find ourselves on the Dragonshire map. The friendly team, Kael'thas, Ariel, Sergeant Hammer, Brightwing, and Chromie. And the enemy team, Li Ming, Sylvanas, Abathur, Lily, and Kael'thas. And Chromie deal with the slug, absolutely. At level 1, what we're going to go for is Convection, make our flame strike a little bit better. So we need to hit 20 of those to get the full value out of this. You do need to stack up to 20 hits on the flame strike. If you do not, and if you die, you do lose all of those stacks. So we want to make sure that we're staying a little bit safe while we are trying to gather these stacks up here. So, they are likely going for a cheese strat on the enemy team. Drop that out there. Should pick up one shot already. Okay, we are going to pop down to the bottom lane. Try and... Alright, well that didn't work out as well, but... Whoa, Chromie getting real aggressive out here. Going to be an interesting little bit here. Whoa. Those mines coming out a little bit crazy. Alright, so we are going to try and rotate... Whoop, nope, we're going to drop... God damn it, it blew up on us. They always blow up on us. Abathur probably shouldn't be too much of an issue in this game, honestly. We're going to drop that one out there. Pick up a hit on Kael'thas. Drop that out on him. Ariel should be able to sustain us pretty well here. Just to get a little bit close in that way. Popping off another shot here on Kael'thas. Oh, almost got him. Okay. So, we do need to rotate bottom to gather that shrine. Whoa, we need to be a little bit careful, though, out of this area. Okay, she is hopping into middle lane here. I'm going to drop her flame strike right out there. Pick up 2 shots. Going to barely survive there with the damage that came out. We did pick up bottom shrine here. So we should be able to sustain that one if I'm not mistaken. Whoa! Okay. 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 Wow! Okay, dropping a lot of damage out. The Abathur, man. Those top hats do a ton. Those top hats. Whoa, Kael'thas gonna drop to the Ariel. We are going to head down to the bottom lane and see what we can start picking up here. We should be able to try and neutralize this shrine very, very quickly here. At level 4, what we did go for was mana tap. Going to be able to sustain us a little bit easier and a little bit better there with regaining some mana. Now, every time that we do hit our trait, which is going to be pretty frequently in this game. I'm going to try and blast down this minion wave here. We did drop the enemy team's Sylvanas. We're very good on that. Chromie looking for the Abathur. She knows he is bottom somewhere. We're going to try and come in here. Ooh, pick up a couple shots there. Sergeant Hammer going to drop, though. Going to try and hit the Kael'thas and get away from our friendly teammate there. Going to drop that down. Lily going to walk right into that for being a pal. Thank you, Lily. Drop one on Kael'thas. Going to pick up a shot there. We are pretty much just going to trade into each other for a large majority of the game. Wow, Chromie going down hard there. Going to wipe down the minion wave there. Going to be able to get a shit out of this Kael'thas. Hit him while he was being hit himself. That was weird. Did not really see that coming at all, honestly. Going to drop that one down, pick up at least 3, I believe. So we are up to 7. We're not doing too great on this game. You want to usually try and have that done by about like the 5-minute mark if we're doing what we want to do here. did pick up nobody there, but we did save our Sergeant Hammer, who is kind of putting herself in a little bit of a precarious situation quite frequently. We're going to drop down to bottom lane, try and help clear this out. Should be able to do that fairly safely. Hit this Kael'thas there. Whoop, they did spread the living bomb to us, so we're going to eat that orb and try and back out of here. Okay, we're going to need to leave. Shrine's not coming up yet, so we don't have to worry about that. Burn Flesh is what we're going for at level 7. When Flamestrike hits 2 or more heroes, does damage equal to 8% of their total health pool each time that is hit. We should be able to trade out pretty well here, honestly. The Sylvanas for the hammer. So we are going to come in here a little bit, try and hit off some damage. We do hit Kael'thas there with that. We want to try and just be rotating this through as much as possible. Try and survive here, because they are going to be able to shut down that tower quite well. So we need to be a little bit careful. We do need some help down here on this fort, however. Okay, we're going to... Wow, that hit us. Did not anticipate that. I'm being honest. Okay, going to drop that out there. Should pick up 2 at least. We do. They are still pushing mid lane and still on top lane, so we do lose that tower, unfortunately. We could have protected that, but the friendly team choosing to do other things in that time. Ariel going to be getting bullied around a little bit here. Okay, we're going to try and knock down this wave as quickly as possible, because we do need to get this bottom lane pushed back out as much as possible. The Sylvanas getting dropped. That is real surprising. We are going to be able to come in on this Kael'thas. Just going to try and body block him out there. We are going to get pushed out in the... Okay, we're going to drop that right on our ass. We'll try and hit this Li-Mei, or Li-Li, excuse me. Okay, and we're going to drop that right on top of us because we are going to die here. There is nothing really to get us out, but yeah. So we go in to help our Chromie, and the Chromie leaves us to die. And then she's going to walk right into death. So that's interesting. God damn it. Oh, Chromie's killing me in this game. As we did have a solid advantage. Well, I felt an advantage in that fight. The burst that we can provide onto a single target is very, very high with Chromie. But instead, she just ran away completely from the fight instead of sticking in there with us, trying to help us push down that lane. So, or excuse me, push out that Kael'thas. So that was little frustrating to kind of deal with stuff like that. So we are going to go ahead and drop that there. Burn out all 3 of those. I'm going to take over this bottom shrine here. This tower's at full shot still. We can try and push ourselves towards 13, but I think that we're going to have a big fight on our hands here in middle. If we can get in here, that would be fantastic. Okay, we're going to take her down. The Abathur clone coming out. We're just going to try and zone out so that our hammer does not get taken down. We are going to tap here. We should be able to drop something out there. Hitting 3 members of the enemy team, it looks like. Doing a ton of damage to that Abathur clone. And Li-Li wanting to stay for the party. Kael'thas getting dropped as well as our Chromie comes in on the ass end of that. Gonna have a bunch of damage come out on her, but she's gonna get dropped as well. Well, maybe not. Okay, there we go. We took her down there. That was a little too close for comfort, if I'm being honest. At level 13, we are gonna go for Pyromaniac, gonna be able to allow us to do what we're doing already much, much better. We're really hoping that we can pop out the rest of this quest. Okay, the kick just... What the fuck? That was a little bit goofy. We should be able to try and zone these guys out pretty well here. We want to try and hit that out so that we're getting the ticks. Oh, shit. Okay. We can engage real hard here, actually. We're looking to try and push this out further. Oh, hoping for that Li-Li to come in. Whoa, fuck. Okay, the Li-Ming damage is really hitting us hard. And don't remember when our right wing dropped. That looks like that was going to be the case. Oh god, okay. Okay. We are going to be able to get out safely there, relatively safely. We should be backing out. Hammer hitting on some range there. But the enemy team going to be rotating down, dropping that out, hitting that Lily. Anticipating where they are moving and what they're doing at all times is going to be very, very helpful for us. Going to try and clear down this wave, get our minions pushed up here with the team. Whoa, okay. A lot of damage going out in a lot of different places here for us. I'm not sure what the pathing is trying to do there, but that is going on. Oh, we do pick up the Lee main kill there. Going for this Kael'thas now. Going to be able to drop down our ultimate right on top of their heads. Try and hit something out on their sippy cup. A very, very good wailing arrow, though, coming out. Kael'thas going to drop her. Oh, Ariel going to die. Okay, but the enemy team is essentially wiped. Hammer going to be able to take that down. We should be taking over some kind of other objective or pushing towards level 16 would be my choice to move forward in this endeavor. We are at level, or excuse me, 9 out of the 20 shots now for our quest at level 1. We do pick up 16, and this is kind of where the build gets a lot more fun, because you watch people end up killing themselves on accident. We're going Fury of the Sunwell, which means that our flamestrike now hits twice, 1.5 seconds after the initial burst, so we are going to be able to do ridiculous things like wipe down this entire lane very, very quickly. We do have a substantial structure lead, but the friendly team pushing in a little bit aggressively here. It's a little bit odd at the time being. Considering we don't have all of our numbers there. We're going to wait for that to group up right. Going to drop that, wipe down this entire lane again. And Abathur is somewhere around this kind of range. He may be right over this wall, actually. Yes, there he is. We are going to pick up the Abathur and drop him. And always finding a slug is Jesus. Finding a slug is always very, very nice. Holy Christ. Okay. If we just don't step in any bush, we're going to live just fine. Can we... Yeah, we need to get that. Hello. Whoa, fuck. Okay. Okay. Taking a bit of damage here. There we go. There's the Bright Wing coming in on us. Alright, the best thing that we can do for ourselves at the time being is hit this Kael'thas. Drop that out on him. Oh, and not spread it too... Okay, stop spreading it. Okay. We are going to be able to push these guys back quite a bit, just because of the location of everything at the moment. So, our Bright Wing going to step out here. Okay, going to be able to hit them real hard with that. And this Lily... not going to go down. Okay. A little unfortunate on that front, but if we do stay near our Bright Wing, we are going to pick up a little bit more healing before they leave. There we go. Now we should be trying to push towards 20 as soon as humanly possible. We are very, very aggressively pushed up here at the moment, but I feel confident, especially now with seeing that come out, that we are doing the right thing here. And we know that this Abathur is positioning almost as aggressively. Okay, we are going to come down mid with our team. Sylvan is stepping out of position ridiculously. Oh, very good. Oh my goodness gracious. We're going to try and just incentivize them to leave so that Hammer can get healed up here. We are going to have a very, very hard time, though, dealing with everything that's happening at the moment. So we need to try and sneak... Oh, we're not even going to be able to sneak down here. Okay, Kael'thas getting picked off, however, in the middle lane. Brightwing could heal us up here, give us a little bit more sustain. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, however. We should try and go towards the bottom lane here. Our Chromie did get picked out at some point, but we're going to let the friendly team know that we're heading down to the bottom lane here. Oh, there's a slug. Look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. The slug gets away. Wow, and deals a... You can get body blocked by his minions, apparently. Holy shit. Wow. So... Oh my god. Alright, we're just gonna leave. So slugs can body block. That's absolutely ridiculous. Huge hitbox on those things. Wow. Okay, they did catch them on the bottom lane. We should be able to pick this up relatively easy now. By the way, we are 7 short. Usually that comes together a little bit better, but this game is a little bit of a clusterfuck, if I'm going to be honest. We do go at level 20 for Flamethrower. It increases our range substantially. Just going to try and bait her out. Not going to do a whole lot with that. But we can just push down this mid wave. Make sure we're getting these pushed up into the towers here for our beautiful dragon here. Just going to drop that out to make sure that they can't really engage unless they want to walk into a lot of free damage there. So again, just going to be trying to zone out as best as we can for our team. Okay. And, whoa, we're going to try and stay out of that, but try and hit this enemy team as well. Not sure what this... Oh, Li Ming killing our Chromie. Okay, we need to be a little careful here, because we might die here, honestly. Okay, no, we're gonna be okay for the moment. Boom, there's a couple. Oh, dear God. Okay. Sylvanas getting a very quick speed. Not sure what was going on there. We did lose when we had 20 advantage and the objective, so very, very confusing game for sure. We do need only one more shot on this, and we may pick it up here shortly. There we go, and we are done with that quest. So we are still putting out a bunch of damage out here. Okay. I mean, you can just die if you want to. Yeah, you're dead. That was interesting. An interesting move by their Sylvanas. Kind of keeping track of her, though, and making sure that we're going to the right places at the right time. Going to be a very good advantage to us. The Dark Queen sucks. Wrong there, but I appreciate the sentiment. Help me out here. Hey, they fixed it. Look at that. Okay, we should be able to kind of get in here and stand on the point. Always stand on the point. Drop those, no problem. Kael'thas getting picked off somehow. Chromie, I'm having a feeling, is going to die again, but who knows with that one. Okay, and we're going to... Whoa. Okay, we're going to try and waste the Abathur as much as possible. And you can see how the mana tap has kept us sustained through a large portion of this game. That we're able to continually start firing off more and more spells and repeatedly move forward. Okay. And with the damage increase that we do gain from that quest being completed, we're able to clear a minion wave with one shot. Sylvanas is top. Our team deciding to push in here. Not sure I fully agree with this, but again, when your team is doing one thing, you want to make sure that you try and support them as best as possible. But we are tanking a tower, and we do need to get the fuck out of dodge. Okay, just waiting on our cooldown here. Able to just kind of zone out for our team pretty well. We do need to back out of here. It would be a good idea to leave now. We do have a 1.5 level advantage. We can do this. Would be a very good idea. Oh shit, okay. Okay. Do hit Kael'thas twice, looks like. If this Sylvanas wants to stay there, we can do that. Sure, you can stand in all that damage if you feel like it. We are low on mana at this point, but we did see a Kael'thas. Oh, he did die. Okay. We do need to go back for health at this, or excuse me, mana at this point. Yeah, we should be going for the core with the advantage that we do have. Core, get it broken. Alright, those Abathur bitches are dead. Oh! She's gonna get it off? No, she's not gonna get that off, but the Emerald Wind coming out here. Interesting to see if she goes with us here. But, regardless, we are gonna need to move towards the core. And we are going to go ahead and pop immediately. Okay. Okay, and again, just kind of waiting for those ticks to hit this down. And that is going to be game. So, we were kind of somewhere in the middle today. Didn't do a ridiculous amount, didn't do a whole lot. This match is a little bit goofy. But we did portray a lot of what he does well. So not the killing machine in this game that he can be, especially in tight quarters if teams are defending right, if things aren't so split. That was a very weird game. So not going to credit a whole lot of that game going a little bit odd to that. And as well, I'm not a perfect Kael'thas by any means. Still trying to get a little bit better at him, but this is one of my favorite builds. So 44,000 damage. Not topping the charts by any means, but they are not really a team that were clumped up in any kind of capacity or around anything. We did go in with a couple people that we just kind of picked up in a random chat, so that did help out quite a bit. Thank you to McNoob, Gallifrey, and Pug Fugly, and ourselves here. For Kael'thas, we did go at level 1 for Convection, increasing our damage on our Flamestrike. Mana tap to sustain ourselves with mana throughout the entire game so we don't have to return quite as frequently. Burn Flesh, again, increasing the damage on our Flamestrike when you hit 2 or more heroes, dealing a significant 8% of their damage. Very, very good, in particular against high tank teams. At level 10, we did go for Phoenix, a better zoning tool. Pyromaniac at level 13 to be able to continue adding out or shooting out more flame strikes. At 16, Fury the Sunwelt, so that it will explode a second time, so they'll walk back into it. And at 20, increase the range of flame strike by 40%. And if you hit 2 or more heroes, the cooldown is reduced substantially at 4. Second reduction on that. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for stopping by and checking out the video today. If you did like, definitely subscribe or hit that like button. Definitely appreciate that. Looking to see a little bit more activity coming out. But thank you so much. We will see you all in the next video.